Hello, welcome. We are playing Sandbox mode. We are somehow on day 41. I don't even know how that happened. Uh, okay, maybe we're not. Let's try that again. For anybody who's watching the live, you just saw me flub something. Apparently, I don't have the game. Okay. We're going to try that again. Hello, welcome. We are playing Sandbox mode. We are on day 41 somehow. I don't know how I've managed to play 41 days in Sandbox mode already. I feel like I just picked it up like a week ago. But I guess it's been like 3 weeks. Anyway, so we were in the middle of doing a lot of things because I remember signing off and saying when I sign back on, I'm not going to remember what I was doing. I specifically remember saying that. And I was correct. And I don't remember what I was doing. So, yeah. I know that I was thinking, well, I'm going to go in and look around at stuff and check on things. And eventually I will figure out what I was doing or I will come up with something new to do. And that's kind of where we're at. So we're going to come check on things, which right now is our plants. Because I wanted to see how they're growing. Oh, you know what? I think what I was trying to do... So we had built our base up. We still have more to do, quite a bit more to do. But we have our cantina, we have our headquarters, we have 2 greenhouses. This one obviously is not done yet. But I was running low on building supplies. And so I was thinking that I needed to go mining. I don't think I was quite ready to go do it yet, but... why not, you know? Yeah, so I was going to go mining and... You know, do I have any building supplies in here? No, I just have seeds. Lots and lots of seeds. Oh, so many seeds. But I seem to have run out of building supplies, and I know that I built my base, so that took up some of them. But I felt like I scavenged a lot for the amount that I've gotten, the amount that I already am out of words. It seems like I should have had more than what I have, given the amount of time and effort that I spent scavenging. So, because I feel like we've spent more time away from the base than actually on the base. And granted, part of that is because I also you know, I played story mode before I played this, and so I did a lot of scavenging there too. So it just feels like I've done so much, and it's very possible. In fact, I would say it is more than likely that part of my problem is that I played however many days in story mode, then immediately went to sandbox mode, and so it feels like I've done a lot more, I think, than I actually have. Especially when it comes to scavenging. Alright, let's split these. Oh no, this is the food processing unit. I don't want to use that. I want to use the seed processing. Because these are my ones with bonuses. I don't want to lose those bonuses. Look at that. These are our first, like, 3rd round bonuses. And put these... Eventually I'm going to organize the seeds so that this first one has like my level 3 herbs in it, and then my next one, the other one, will have like the level 4s and stuff like that that require the domes. Let's stack those. But yeah, the point of all of that was just that I am running real low on building supplies, and so I can't continue to make my base to grow it bigger. I don't think I've unlocked medium domes, I believe. Let's take a look. Oh no, I haven't yet, but I do have a point that I can spend. So I can unlock small domes, I guess. Trying to see if there's anything that I want to get before I unlock the domes, because I don't think I want to build small domes. Why? When I can just jump and build medium ones. And I'll probably only do like one large one, because I think the large ones, if I remember correctly, are absolutely enormous. And I don't know if we quite need a bunch of enormous ones. Okay, so we're running so low on supplies. So what do? Do I go out and scavenge some more, as much as I don't want to? Because that's not the most fun part of this game. I normally don't mind it, but I've just been doing it so much. Or do I go and mine and just make everything that I need? The problem with that is that I don't think I can make every single type of building material. It's possible that I can. I'm not thinking of one right now that I can't make, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to run into something that I can't make. But it is too late in the day to go start mining now, because it's going to get dark. But so I've organized all my storage stuff. See, this is... Granted, my inventory is still super full. I don't even think I care right now, to be honest. This needs to go somewhere. I need to keep my fuses, keep my building material boxes. My scanner's probably pretty important. Got our food. Drink our coffee so that we can get rid of that spot. Okay, let's put our drill in our decor box. Get that out of my inventory. And then I believe I'm using this for my water bottles and stuff. That one needs to go in the frowny face, or like consternated face one, because it needs to be filled. And this is where our stuff that needs things to be done to it goes. Now, I could swear I had a lot more boxes than this of building supplies. I swear to God, if I put them somewhere... I have too many storage units now, but or containers, but I don't think it's in any of these. But if I go and I make a bunch of building supplies, or I go and I scavenge a bunch more and get everything I need, and then find out that I stuck my building supplies somewhere, and I just get back and I find them all, I'm going to scream. I'm going to actually hate myself. Or just like my brain, and the way my brain works. Or some might argue does not work. Alright. Well, what do we have to waste time? I don't really feel like... I mean, without building supplies, there's not really a lot we have that we can do. So I think we're just gonna take a little nap. We'll nap till 6. Maybe we'll get a rest bonus. I'm gonna skip the whole little cutscene. Okay. I'm already lost. I'm lost in my base. I need to figure out how to make more of the interactive boards. Alright. The sun is rising. And I want to build a rover. We do have a good amount of ore, but I'm going to go get more. You know what? I think that there's a bunch, actually. Back here. If I remember correctly. There's also some outposts I haven't taken apart yet. So we could always kill two birds with one stone. Should we go straight up? Do we think that the truck's going to make it straight up? Probably not. Well, especially not if I do that. That was not what I was trying to do. That was not... I was trying to go up this. This is what I was calling straight up, even though it's not actually straight up. Woo. Look at us go. I was talking about this little valley back here, though. That I kind of mentally associate with a video I was watching when I was going around and not recording myself, just scavenging and stuff. I was watching something else on the side. And you know how you get that, like, sense memory? I mean, that's not technically a sense, but you get that memory of what you were doing when you saw a certain thing or smelled a certain thing. So even thinking about this valley makes me think of that video. Okay, straight down. Nothing could go wrong. Okay. This is that part that I think is probably boring to watch. I thought I was sinking. I wasn't expecting that to shoot up. I thought I was sinking into the ground. I just realized the problem with doing this with the truck is that the truck does not hold very much. And I completely forgot about that. So I guess what we will do is we will fill up the truck with as much as we can. Granted, I'm grinding down aluminum, and aluminum is the ore that I need the least right now. I've got tons of aluminum. Let's actually go look at something else. Nope, we don't need... I did upgrade this, didn't I? Or no, I didn't, huh? I remember looking back and being like, how have I not upgraded that yet? Alright, we'll have to do it the hard way. Where's the weak point? That is aluminum. That's aluminum. Oh no, we're having that same problem that we had before, where all we could find was aluminum. Okay, here's iron at least. Could use more iron. Pretty sure that's the only big rock we're gonna get out of there. Let's see if we can pick this one up. No, just this guy. Oh my gosh, my truck is so far away. Oh, I have stuff in my truck. I have the ATV in my truck. You guys, I did not plan this out. Alright. We're dropping the rock. We're abandoning our plan because I didn't think it through. It was a spur of the moment. Let's just go do this. And
available point for technological advancement.
I did not think very well. It's the first time that's ever happened, that I have not thought something through. I promise. Hey, we can actually unlock, because it's not locked behind the table, we can actually unlock detector 2.
Mechanics, technology.
So at least we have that now. Okay, we're going to scavenge this space. And if I am good and I don't get too bored, we will scavenge all the stuff inside as well. But sometimes I get bored and then I just do the whole building and lose all the stuff inside. Knowing that I will lose all the stuff inside. But given how much we need, like, electronics and stuff, I think I need to actually go in and get as much as I can out of it. Okay. How did my hydration get so low? I feel like it was not that low. Can I scrap that? Yeah, I can. Scrap everything. Oh. Whoops. I didn't realize I was grinding the actual building there. Well, so much for getting everything inside of it.
Available point for technological advancement.
Damn, this place crumbles. Like, you barely need to touch it. Okay, let's be careful and see if we can get everything in here without actually destroying the building. Because this has a lot of, like, new stuff in it. I'd love to grab the decor, but somebody didn't upgrade their scanner. And so it is not high enough level for me to grab the decor off of it. I know some of this is not part of the actual building, but I'm not sure which parts. So I'm trying to be very careful about not grabbing anything I don't know for a fact is not part of the building. This is definitely not part of the building. Okay. I mean, I guess it tells me, but like it just says scrap right there. So it's not that. Nope. So it's not very descriptive there. Like you are grinding the actual building. Okay. Look at this. This. What do these give me? Oh, yep, we did the building again. That one was hard because those little things were like super small. I was gonna play for maybe a couple hours. I'm taking a break from furiously story questing in WoW right now. Not that I'm not enjoying it, I am, but I'm also recording every single quest that I do, and it kind of takes you out of just playing the game and enjoying it for the sake of enjoying it. I am enjoying recording the quests as well and uploading them and stuff like that, but it's not quite the same as just going and, you know, doing your thing and not having to think about anything else. Makes it a little, like, you know, a little more work, a little more effort. And so the break is nice. But if it's just going to be me out here scavenging things, then I'm probably not going to play that long because I don't really feel like doing this. And granted, nobody's making me. I do have ore in the base. And, you know, I don't have to be out here. But I think we're going to get this one. This one's pretty small anyway. And then I think we'll head back. How much more do we need for the rover? Garage. Rover. We need a lot. A lot of glass plates, a lot of electronics, a vehicle traction battery. I can take that out of the truck. A rover oxygen tank, pure silicon, rubber, aluminum, titanium alloy, and sulfuric acid. So quite a bit, actually. You know, I think this is going to give me a lot of like rusty scrap metal. It's not going to give me a lot of glass or rubber. So I'm going to skip this one, actually. And we're going to go over here, where we know we've got a lot of kind of fancier outposts. And then let's hope that I don't have to spend like days out here. And again, nobody's making me. These are choices I am actively making myself, and I'm aware of this. But sometimes I feel like I'm making me do things. I'm the problem. Oh no, we're gonna hit the rock. Oh, we barely missed it. Alright, where is one that has a lot of glass? That's a scrap one, I think. That does have a hanger, though. Oh, this one in front of us is a scrap one. We had ones that had domes and stuff around here somewhere. Where did they go? Oh, that one has an HQ. We'll go do that one. But I could have sworn there was like a big, like two, I think, big dome ones out here. They might be more off to the right, like out there. We'll see. All right. You know what I haven't found in sandbox mode is the kilowatt energy generator things, because those I got so many uranium rods off those in the story mode. It was very nice, but I have not run into a base that had those yet in sandbox mode. Alright, we're gonna just grab everything. I was like, where are the weak points? I couldn't see any. They're all right here. There we go. I hate walking around them like this. It makes me dizzy. We're just going to stand here and grind. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch over there. Alright, we'll go back and get them. I want to grind something different. This is at least in nice repair, so I think it's going to take a bit more effort than a few seconds of accidental grinding to actually take the entire building down. So I think we're safe. Alright, let's see. Is this like a supply drop or is this... No, it's just a probe. Alright, we don't care about that right now. Those 10 points that you get, like 10 XP that you get from the probes, don't really feel like anything at this point in the game, to be honest. Not worth the trek out there to grab them. Alright, I know I can grind some of this stuff that's up on the walls. I just don't want to risk it yet. I want to go upstairs and get what I can. Oh, and also get that computer that's down there. Can I get these separately? Or are these... Oh, I can. We've gotten one glass plate so far. I think these are mostly like aluminum plates or steel plates or something. Screws. All right. The chair. Okay, I don't want to grind too much further there. I want to get this. Oh, I thought this was separate, but now it appears that this is part of the building as well. Okay. Well, we'll come get these things then. I love how grinding the posters gets you silicon for some reason. That doesn't make any sense. I don't really need cable. I haven't been using any cable because I set up the grid system, so I just have a bunch of extra cable sitting around. Not being used for nothing. Alright, good. We got glass plates from here. That's what I was expecting. I mean, we still need a lot more, but I'm sure we'll end up building a lot of what we need for the rover ourselves, not scrapping it.
Available point for technological advancement.
We're getting lots of materials points. Do we even need materials points for stuff? No, we do. We still have a lot to unlock in the materials tree, actually. Including our domes. So it's good that we're getting all these points. I see one over there, but it does not appear to have domes. I assume we went to it. Can I tell from looking at these, or do they all have the same icon? Okay. I don't know that I'm going to stay out here. I think after I'm done with this, we're going to... Whoops, wrong tool. We're going to head back to the base so I don't have to sleep out here. Or work through the night, I guess. Also, because I didn't bring extra water. Oh, no, there's probably water in the truck. I'm sure I'm fine. Yeah, I don't want to do this. I don't want to take down a bunch of bases. So I'm going to finish scrapping this one completely. Then we're going to go back to the base, and we're going to start working on that rover. And the reason we're going to start working on that rover is so that we can properly mine, so that we can work on the rest of the base with enough ore coming in that we don't have to scavenge anymore at all because we'll just be able to make everything. That's kind of the goal. Not even kind of, that is the goal. And then we'll finish out the base, and when we finish out the base, then we'll finish the actual story mode, launchpad, doohickey. We'll build our launchpad, we'll build our rocket, and we'll fly away, and then we will probably leave this game alone for, I was saying in another video, for like 6 months. I don't know how long it'll be. Who knows, maybe in 2 months I'll be like, I want to play again. But we'll leave it alone for a little while. We'll take a break from Occupy Mars from this series and play something else. But I still have, I mean, this video, so Sandbox is coming out quicker than story mode because I have so many story mode videos. So this is going to come out, when I say quicker, I mean I will film this and this video will probably come out in like a week, whereas story mode is, God, I probably have 40 more video, maybe not 40, but probably somewhere between 20 and 30 more videos, and I'm doing one a day. So story mode is like still a month behind, whereas this is like a week. Granted, I am uploading only 1 or 2 days at a time, and we're on day 42, so I say that, and this may actually be further out than I thought. And then I'm doing 2 a day just to try to kind of catch up. I'm doing a story mode video in the morning, my time, and then some other video that's not Occupy Mars. And then I'm doing the Sandbox mode in the afternoon, my time. And then when I stop playing this, I'll continue that until I run out of Occupy Mars videos. But I'll put in whatever other game I'm playing in that middle slot. I've been putting just kind of random games because I haven't quite figured out what game I want to play. So I've been playing a lot of, like I said, just like random games. Let's go see if there's anything in the hangar that I want. Different types of games, you know, very different than this, because this is not my only interest. And I've been having fun with those, but none have really like grabbed me and made me want to keep playing them. Like, I have so many videos of this because it makes me want to keep playing it. And so far I'm just not really finding any games that are making me really want to just keep playing them. And so I'm kind of bouncing around a lot, which isn't something I love to do personally. I like to start a game, commit to it, finish it, but I'm not going to force myself to play things I don't want to play, especially when WoW is, like, the new expansion just dropped, and so I have a lot to do in that game because I run my own guild and my raid team, and so I have to level up and I have to gear, and I do a lot of end game content, so that will keep me busy. So I just don't really have time to go and play games that are not
Repair it at the workshop table.
keeping my interest. And maybe I'll go back to some of them, because some of them I do want to keep playing, like the Sexy Brutale. Like, that seems like a fun, kind of cool puzzle game that I would not mind continuing to play. But since I played the first couple videos worth, I just have not felt like picking it back up. And then Her Story I'll probably finish. That one I am having fun with, and want to solve the mystery. So that one I will probably actually finish, because that's kind of a short one. That'll probably be like somewhere between 5 and 10 videos when I'm completely done with it. Let's see, what else am I playing? I just have to ramble, because what am I going to talk about while I'm doing this? There's not really much to talk about, so instead you're going to get me rambling about other stuff. Oh, I need to finish Dawn of Man. That one's really close to being done, though. We're like in the last section of that game. So I need to wrap that up. I need to wrap up Water Park Simulator. My park is almost done, and I have a tendency to do this thing where I am fully invested in something up until the point where I am almost done with it, and then I just don't have any desire to go and finish it. And so my water park, like I've got almost every single thing done that I need to have done to like actually have it be finished and, you know, be done with the game, I guess. And I've just not felt like playing. How are these up in the sky? What is happening? These are just floating solar panels. Also, look at that sky. Oh, that's so pretty. I was wondering why I was feeling a little weird, and I just realized I didn't sleep last night, like at all. I tried to sleep for a couple hours, and then I just got up. I was like, you know what, I'll do stuff instead. And then I spent like 2 hours watching videos about how to use Scrivener because I have a novel that I am wanting to get started writing, and my also writer friend uses Scrivener. And so I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And then I just kind of fell down a rabbit hole of watching videos about how to use it, which is funny because it wasn't even like I needed, I mean, people say it's complicated, but it doesn't seem super complicated. I was watching the first video more just to see what features it offered. And then I was just kind of enjoying watching the videos. And so I think I ended up watching like 3 or 4 of them. And then I went to bed like 3 o'clock in the morning and couldn't sleep. And I got up at like 5 or 5:30. And I went, all right, I'm just going to be up. And I stayed up. So at some point, presumably, I will crash. Tomorrow I'm going to feel like shit. Because it's never the day that I stayed up that I feel bad. It's always the day after. So today I was totally fine. Tomorrow I'm going to be hating life. And of course I've got shit to do tomorrow. So, you know how it is. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you are a proper adult who makes proper adult decisions. Unlike me. I'm not looking forward to driving over these steep ass mountains in the dark. But that was my fault. Because I went and scavenged another base I said I wasn't going to go scavenge. Oh wow, that put me back kind of far. I'm trying... What if I go like up and around? Would that be better? As opposed to going down into the valley and then up. Woo. Okay, I guess we're going down into the valley anyway.
Oxygen, 75%.
Oh well, at least I know my way home from here. Never mind the giant flashing workshop in my face, but, like, I know where I'm at. I can generally navigate in the dark here. As long as I don't hit any giant rocks. I can't believe I came out here with the ATV in my truck and didn't even think anything of it until I went to grab stuff. Oh, I just got that image of that video. I was watching somebody play a horror game. I think that's why it kind of stuck in my head. Because I keep thinking about the horror game. I should eat. Because it doesn't say low carbohydrates until you're like real hungry. And I don't want to starve to death for no reason when I've got a bunch of food in my inventory. Alright. We're fine. My man's blood sugar was low. We're just bouncing around like a bouncy ball. Over the mountain. Here we go, but we're home. Are we going to land straight? Let's turn the wheels to give us the best chance. Ah, we did it. We did it. Alright, well, we have a little bit more building supplies in our inventory. Oh, we never got rid of that one. I forgot that we literally have an outpost that's just like right next to us that we have not actually taken down yet. It's just sitting out there. Okay, we're gonna go put him to bed. But before we do, we'll go get some water. So I don't have to worry about that. And everything else looks good. Up to bed, up to bed, up to bed. And we'll sleep the optimum time. Oh, I guess the optimum time is none at all. Then we'll sleep till 6 a.m. I'm going to end this video here because it covered a couple days. If you're watching the recording, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Leave a like if you liked it, you know, all that normal annoying stuff that people ask you to do, but it helps and it's really cool to see. And yeah, I appreciate you. Have a great one. Bye. And then I'm going to continue. I think I'll do one more video. So this isn't going to be a very long stream, but give me just a second to respond to messages. I run too many things. Too many things. And it is nobody's fault but mine. Alright. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Okay. Back to the game. I guess I could have put myself in be right back mode, but why do that, you know? Put him to sleep and then enter the next video, so bear with me. Hello, welcome. We are playing Occupy Mars. Sandbox mode, day whatever it is when he wakes up here. Obviously, I'm continuing from the last video, and right now what we're trying to do is decide what to do. I want to expand the base. I want to build a rover because I don't have a lot of building supplies, so I need to be able to make building supplies, and to be able to make building supplies I need a lot of ore, and to get a lot of ore I need a rover, and to get a rover I need a lot of building supplies. So that's we're kind of in this cyclical hell right now. But I think I might have enough ore right now, or close to enough, to make most of this. And if not, we can go get some more. And then once we have all of the building supplies that we need from the ore, like I said, we'll finish the base, and then we will make this where is it? Here. Then we'll make this launch pad, and then we'll make our rocket, and then we will zoom away, presumably. I don't actually know how many materials we need for the rocket, but probably enough that it would be good for me to get the rover and get some miners going. So, oh, let's check on our... Oh, where the heck am I? What did that sign say? Oh, to greenhouses this way. See? And I need more signs. I need more signs than what I have. Okay, our tomatoes are ready to be moved. Our potatoes are done growing. Nice. Those potatoes are not done growing. These beets are... I think the corn's getting close to being ready to be moved, but not yet. Alright, and then these potatoes are still growing, and what's down there? Beets. Okay. I kind of made them grow slower because I forgot that I was supposed to put them in here. So, my bad. Let's get one of our 2 planters that we have for no reason whatsoever. Definitely not a big failure on my part. These guys are ready to move. Do we only have 1 tray open? I think we do. Okay. And then, do I have any seeds in my inventory? No. Alright, but these are all boosted, so we can make seeds out of them. I think we'll make more beets first before we make more potatoes. And we'll eat that potato by itself. Okay. Let's put our potatoes 8.73 to 14. Okay, good. They're the same. So we can stack these and then go put these beets in. Oh, I didn't do this. Okay, we got it. Alright, let's adjust. Let's adjust everything. Oh, everything actually did need to be adjusted. And then, oh, I said the tomatoes were ready to be moved. Good. we can finally make use of these tier not 1 plants. I can't see. My tree is too big. There we go. Oh, I didn't have anything else in there. I didn't realize that that was completely empty. I'll bet that these are done. Oops. Cool. We are never going to have food issues again. Alright, and then these beets can be stacked with each other, but I don't think... Yeah, they can't be stacked with those. Alright. Eat the potato. And some actual food. Oh, our external oxygen in here is bad. Do we have enough resources to come out here and put up a couple oxygen tanks? Because I would like to do that. Kind of been neglecting my well situation. I don't know how much room I'm gonna need for the actual expanded wells. So we'll start with just a normal well, and then how far back does this need to go? Oh, I can't put it there because I haven't built these yet. My bad. Forgot you do actually have to build them sometimes.
Available point for technological advancement.
Okay, now let's try that again. That looks good. All right, and then is that what I need to build onto it, or did I pick the wrong thing? Pump station. Yeah, okay, no, that's the right thing. Yeah, okay, that is what I need to build. There's like 2 things you can build onto it, I think, if I remembering correctly. And I never used the other one or something, or maybe I'm misremembering entirely. Who knows? Man, not me. And then I want an oxygen tank. Connected. Okay, I think maybe this is wrong thing. Yeah, this is the wrong thing. Okay, so this is the one that I never use. So what is the one that I do use? Pump station. Do I... Right, am I just making myself look like an idiot? I swear this is the wrong thing. It doesn't have a connector spot for the oxygen tank. So I think maybe this just makes the well bigger, like gives it a bigger storage or capacity. That's what it looks like, is that it just gives us more storage capacity. Which is cool and all, but not what I need. So what do I not have unlocked here? Pump extension.
Materials.
Okay, so I wasn't crazy that there were two things that you can connect to it, and that one is the one I never use. It is the one that I just put on. Okay. Right? Okay, maybe I am insane. Well, extension. No, because that comes with the oxygen tank and stuff, so it's got to connect to it. Okay. I guess I am. I guess I am crazy. Any of you guys who like played this game and watch me and are watching me do this, I don't even know why. I swear, I never feel more like an idiot than I do sometimes when I'm recording these and I know people are going to see it. Alright, it doesn't look the same though, I think is what my problem is. Because I swear the other ones have like an inlet. But it does say it unlocks like your oxygen tanks and stuff, right? So would stand to reason that this is the correct... Oh, it probably just looks different because it's on the grid. Oh, that's probably why. Alright, I'm just not used to the grids. I'll bet that's why it looks different. Because I just noticed that it said, like, grid saboteur well expansion. Okay, so how do I do my oxygen tanks then? How do I do them? So grid, okay, they go up here. So do I need to build this separately? Or does that just... No, that looks the same as this one. Okay, so maybe this will connect to it. Or it doesn't have to connect to anything. And we can just throw it wherever we want it? Is that how this works? And if so, then why did I build this? I mean, this is probably for the best. Because it probably gives us a lot more capacity or something. Well, it says current volume 500, and that's what it normally has, right? So I'll be honest, I don't know the purpose of this. If it doesn't increase the storage amount, what does it do other than take up space? Whatever. Let's do a line of oxygen tanks. If that's a thing I can do. Oh, shoot. I can do a water tank, too. We'll do a water tank. Three oxygen tanks. Actually, 4 oxygen tanks. And a methane tank. Me, where do all my building supplies go? Also me. Oh, God. I looked down there. How you were in the shadow. Goodness. I'm sorry. I literally looked underneath me to make sure that he wasn't down there. And he wasn't. And then I moved my feet. And he was perfectly lined up with the way that the shadow was under my desk. So that I just couldn't see him because he's black. So he was perfectly invisible. I know. I'm so sorry, baby. I kicked you in the face. Or the butt. I don't know where I kicked you. I'm so sorry. And then if I need to do another line of wells, I'll just do them behind this one. Or continue the path that way. That's actually probably what I'd do first. Is I would continue there, continue these here, and then... Okay, so how can I see? ¿Cómo puedo ver? ¿Qué tengo? How do I see what I have? It doesn't look like I have anything producing oxygen. So I have tanks to store oxygen, which is great. However, I don't appear to be producing it. So maybe this is... maybe... No, because that is what I have, right? So what's this one? Water? Okay, let's build another one. I think that one's a water reactor that I built. Let's see what this says. Saboteur reactor well expansion. So it doesn't really say. Whereas these ones say oxygen. So I'm just going to assume it's water. So let's build another water tank. Or well, I don't know why I called that a water tank. And then let's build the oxygen saboteur on this side, I guess. We don't have a choice. Alright, well that's not saying that it, like, it doesn't show that it's oxygen, but I guess it is showing that we're producing, although that one says grid production 1 liter per hour, so we're producing methane just by having the things up. Okay, so now it says we're producing. So I'm guessing that what that means, or what's happening, is that it is increasing its capacity to produce per hour. Since we're like 10 higher than the methane production. Now that could also be that it's just the game is like, no, you produce less methane at once. But these things have to do something, right? They wouldn't put them in the game for them to do nothing. So my best guess is that they boost your output, since they don't seem to boost your storage, which is what I thought they did at first. We're gonna build some more. We're gonna build another one at least, because I want to test my theory. Pacing yourself just right so that you can build these without having to stop is a delicate balance. Okay. Plenty of room here. Alright, let's build one more well. Because I want my base to be full of oxygen. I mean, it doesn't have to be. There's no real reason that it needs to be, but I want it to. Alright. And if that requires filling up these tanks, and then they will hopefully fill up the base. Although I don't have them connected. I have the water hose connected, but I don't have an oxygen hose connected. I do have a saboteur, though, or a pump. Okay, so that was producing like 11, 12 Let's see. Well, now it says it's producing 23. Why? Alright, let's see if that jumps up. If it doesn't, I legit don't know what these do. Like, that's... At that point, I just have to throw my hands up and be like, I don't know what they do, and I don't know why I built them, but I assume that they help something. Okay, it did jump up by like 10. Okay, so that's what they do. They increase the amount of... the amount that the well produces. So these increase the amount of oxygen that the well produces. This one's increasing the amount of water that it produces, presumably. So making them significantly more efficient. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that right now. I might tear these down and line them up better, and then and add the like well extensions onto each one of these as well. Since I'm guessing it's worth it. But I'm not going to do it right this second. Okay. Oh, that's a hell of an overshot. Alright, we have a good amount stored. What's our capacity versus how much is stored? Oh, we're at capacity. Okay. Alright, that means that we need to build more of these. My bad. I did not realize we were at capacity. How many more can we build? Is this the last one? No, I think there's one more that we can build. Alright. One more? Yeah. I believe this will be the last one, the last expansion pack. And if it is, look how neatly I lined that up. That's perfect. It gives me just a little walkway. Like, I guessed perfectly. If I guessed perfectly. Yep, that was the last one. Alright. Let's go see what our... And look how neat... I think it looks neat. I think it looks so clean and organized. I love that. Alright, so now our capacity is 7,300. Which is definitely more than we need to get through a night, because we need... If we're at 303 per hour, then to get through a 10-hour night where our solar panels are not providing power directly, then we need like 3,000. And we've got well, now we've got like 4,500, but we will have 7,000. And that is great. That means that we are pretty well set. Okay, so we now have oxygen that we can put into our base, presumably. I don't know how much we should supply. 10? What are we producing? 20 an hour, so if we put 10 an hour into our base, then we're still storing some. Actually, if we're producing 20 an hour, then we could make this 15. Okay. So I'm confused because this is saying 31, right? Which would make me think that it's the 3 wells that we just put up with the... Wait, no, we didn't put up 3. We put up 1 with the boost. So what would 31 be mathematically? I think 5, 5, 5. How many of these do we have? We have 6. So that would be 30. So that wouldn't make sense because we've got the extra water pump going there. Yeah, supplied. So these are 5. Okay, does this one tell me what it's supplying? Yeah, it's saying 5 too. But this would make sense because we have the 2 oxygen pumps. The 2, built-in whatever. So it would make sense that they were 20. And then the methane, I guess, is just whatever the grid produces. I guess maybe that's what this one is. Is that's what the grid produces itself? I don't know. Efficiency 33%. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Does our scanner tell us like how much gas is under the ground? No. It apparently does not. Alright. I also just realized we unlocked the upgrade for our scanner, but then we never actually did go and upgrade it. So we'll repair it first. And then upgrade it to level 2. And now we'll be able to scan rocks and tell what type of rock they are. But I don't know what additional information it tells us about the ground, if it does tell us any information about the ground. I know level 3 lets us scan decor and like learn recipes. Okay, take that. Let's just repair this while we're here, since it is in bad condition. The other ones I'm not going to bother with because it doesn't make it take less time to repair something if it isn't very broken, which I think it should, the amount of time it takes I think should depend on how broken it is, because that's how it works in real life. Okay, let's go scan and see if this tells us anything else. Change tool mode. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't give us like gas or anything, because it was saying like 17% efficiency and 33% efficiency, so I thought maybe that had something to do with like the ground. Ooh, within the next 6 hours. Cool. Well, we will go inside and ignore the tornado completely while we... It's almost bedtime, but... I should make that too. At least I have all the supplies that I need for it. Let's see, can we make a vehicle traction battery? I feel like I had to make the first one, so we must be able to. Oh yeah, I remember making it. I remember it being a pain in the ass. Pure silicon and... Oh, yeah, it was all the sulfuric acid that we needed. That was such a pain. me fill those up. Okay. Yeah, it was all the sulfuric acid that we needed. Move stuff around a little bit. Well, let's work on that actually. What do we need to make sulfuric acid? I forgot. I think it's water bottles, something like that. Yeah, water bottle and sulfur. Okay, well now that we have this organized, we can just walk over here to our chemical and know where it is. I love my science, man. The signs are great. Okay. And then I need water bottles. But I'm going to need like 20 to make 20 sulfuric acid. I might actually have some in my bags. Let's hope. Because I don't want to have to make 20 water bottles again. That's why I said it was such a pain in the ass the first time. Honestly, I could just take it out of the truck. Where did this go? Vehicle traction battery. Well, if I do have any in here, it's certainly not counting. Alright, that's ethanol. Put the sulfur in there.
Warning, tornado closing in.
Well, they did say within the next 6 hours. Alright, so I do have pure silicon. Oh, I have 20. Okay, I have 20. How do I have exactly 20? I thought I used the 20 that I had for the other vehicle traction battery. Put the silicon there. And bam. Alright, we can just make one. That's amazing. That's great news. Okay. That was way easier than anticipated. And then what else? Rover oxygen tank. That's the only other thing I don't know how to make. And I don't think it's gonna be in here. Right? Like that. Oh, rover oxygen tank right there. We just need 2. Alright. Well, I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Also, I know we're going into the next day. I don't know if I want to do a whole other day, but I don't want to stop right now because I'm like in the middle of doing this. So maybe we will. Just maybe I'll end the day early. So I'll go until it feels like a good stopping point and then just have this be day whatever and day whatever. Be a slightly longer video.
Warning, tornado closing in.
Didn't you already say that? I thought I already said that there was a tornado closing in. I'm not outside, I don't care. I don't want it to screw up my base, but somebody was saying that they lure the tornadoes away. Like when one's coming, they will get in their truck and leave so that it doesn't screw up their base. I was like, nah, that's a lot. And that's scary. I don't want to be scared out there trying to run away from the tornado. I already did that once in story mode. And I was very scared. Alright, so how do we charge these? Can I charge my vehicle battery in here?
Warning.
Oh my god, I actually can. I did not think I could. I was joking. That's crazy. And awesome. Hell yeah. Alright. I was literally trying that just kind of on a lark. I did not think it was going to work. I can go put these back away. Now that I know I don't need them right now anyway. Okay, so we have to fill the oxygen tanks. A resource has been detected. Is this one a supply drop? It is. How far away is it? 3,000 meters in that direction. That's kind of the direction we were just at. So had this already dropped, we could have stopped by and grabbed it, but we're not going to right now. We will eat really fast. And then, where's my CO2 scrubber? I know I have one in here. There isn't a bottle to fill. What do you mean there's no bottles to fill? Okay, so I figured out how to charge the battery, but how do I charge these? Because I certainly can't put them, like, on. I'm trying to think how I could possibly refuel these. Because that was my best guess. And I can't go outside and mess around with stuff to see. Okay, well, let's then just keep working on the other supplies, because we're getting there. Oh, I guess they work if they're empty. You don't need to fill them. Okay. Then we just need electronics and glass plates. And then we will be able to build our rover. That's crazy. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than this. Granted, we're going to be using up a lot of our supplies. It was so much nicer when you just found it. Glass plates. How many do we need? Let's do 30. And then electronics, we needed like, I think 30 or 40. Alright, let's check. I can't believe I didn't even make sure. Okay, so we needed like 30, and then, oh, glass plates, we only needed 3. That's alright, we'll have extras. It's better to have extras than not enough, especially for the electronics. What do I need to build my hangar? Thermite paste. Alright, what about... Oh, I haven't unlocked my domes. Actually, I want to... What does it require to make thermite paste? Okay. Well, let's have that cook while we're doing this. What was that sound? What the hell just happened? Why did it, like, consider me to be outside? And why did my power go? That was so weird. It, like, almost flashed me outside. Ooh, we can clip through the thing and see outside. Look at it. That looks pretty cool. I wish they didn't dirty up the windows. So again, they spent all this time to make these look really cool, and then they dirty the windows and they make you stay inside during them. Like, look how neat those effects are. Like, give us a way to watch the effects. Give us a way to appreciate the effort that you put into this. That looks cool as hell. Alright, let's see if we can sleep through. Since he needs to sleep anyway. What time did that start? I don't remember what time it started. We'll sleep for a few hours and see if it's over, so I can go figure out what it destroyed. Nope, it's still going. I like how the tornado is just localized around my base. Like a tornado would last for 10 hours, but just in the same little area. Just hung, like it's still right there. Okay, we'll sleep for a few more hours. I was joking when I said I was going to skip most of the day, but apparently I wasn't. Okay. Let's go outside.
Valuable point for technological advancement.
Well, the lights are on. My plants are ready to harvest.
Equalizing pressure.
Alright. These look terrible, but my solar panels look amazing. Did it somehow drain my batteries, or is that just how much it drained overnight? And it wasn't able to replenish throughout the day. I'm not actually sure. I'm not sure. But that was so weird, because not only did the power go out, but it just, like, threw me through the wall.
Low pressure line.
Alright, let's spend these points. Because we have some stuff to unlock. This one, I don't know if I have anything I can still spend them on. Yeah, I don't have that blueprint. And I need to unlock uranium centrifuge. Okay. How am I still missing this blueprint? I really do still have to go out and go scavenging. Yeah, so there's like nothing I can spend those on. We don't have mechanics points because we haven't been mining. But we do have materials because we were scavenging. Uranium enrichment setup. Well, I want that miner, so let's go do that. And then first, let's go spend these botany points.
Water refill.
Awesome. Potatoes are ready, potatoes are ready, potatoes are ready. Potatoes are ready. Beets are not. Does anybody want any potatoes? Because, I don't know if you heard, but they're ready. So many potatoes. Goodness gracious. I think the corn that's up top, I think it's corn, is probably ready as well. So let's put this one up. And then put this one down. And let's see. Oh yeah, the corn is indeed ready. Get our little tray there. Put our baby corn in here. And then it can go.
Available point for technological advancement.
In there. Oh, are we missing one? Did I not pick one up, or did I? not put one down? I don't see any that I didn't pick up, and I don't see any I didn't put down. Oh wait, no, there's a green one. No, no, okay. I guess maybe I didn't have enough to plant all of them or something. So all I have are these beets. Those are not done growing. Those are not done growing. These are. More potatoes. Alright, we're gonna grow some stuff that's not potatoes and beets. Some tier 3 stuff that grows out here, which I think is, somebody was saying it was lettuce. Lettuce, but not cabbage, and I know corn and tomatoes. And of course, I don't have them in here. I have them in the other room. Corn and tomatoes. Also, I'm not forgetting that I was going to spend my botany points. I just, you know, this is important, right? We'll grow more tomatoes. Why? Oh no, it planted a corn. Why would you do that? Why did I drop this? Oh, because my inventory is full. Okay, so why did you guys unstack? Restack. There we go.
Inventory full.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Alright. Let's do this then. Oops. I can't split without any inventory space. Well, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Whatever. You know what? We'll just, Also, I think I thought those were both the same, but I think they weren't. So that's unfortunate. I think one of them was 0. Oh no, no, no. Okay. No, they're fine. All right. Stack. I'm just gonna stack this on here. I'm gonna spread that bonus around. And then I'm gonna never use these unless I also combine them. So what is gonna happen if I try to combine these? What's gonna happen if I try to combine these? Alright, we'll just keep it in 2 stacks, because this one's a pretty hefty jump up, and I don't want to put that all the way back down. And then put our corn in here. And we'll have enough tomatoes after these ones grow. Is that tomatoes or is that, okay, that is tomatoes. Good, so I can finish that out. We'll have enough to fill like a couple of these. And then We're gonna vary our diet. I wish that just by having a more varied diet, you got bonuses. Because otherwise, what's the point of just not growing potatoes all the time because they're easy and they're quick? Like, your character doesn't get anything different whether he eats exclusively potatoes or other things. So it would be cool if you got some kind of a bonus for, like, you ate an MRE with at least 4 different types of food in it, and that would give you motivation to actually go and grow different food. I do it just because, I guess, RP reasons. I'm like, oh, he would want varied food, but... Okay, so we got 10 MREs out of that. And these... Oh, they're less nutrition dense than that, but I don't actually care because I can just eat more than one. Who cares? Alright, so our greenhouse is sorted. I'll just keep that in my inventory. I don't give a crap. For right now, I don't care. At some point, I'll sort the seeds out and split them between the different greenhouses, but right now I don't care. Alright, so we'll unlock small dome and medium dome. I hate that she says botany. She doesn't say botany or botany. She says botany. Alright. So that's kind of everything that we can unlock right now. Ooh. Look how pretty it is. I still want windows along the sides, but it is pretty. Oh, you know what? I didn't, yeah, I didn't reset everything. Oh, I didn't think I realized that these were all empty, but I don't really have anything to put in them, so I guess it doesn't matter anyway. Although technically you can grow things from seeds to full-grown plants in those. Alright, nothing should be withering now, including me. We spent all of our points. We are... I still don't know what I'm going to use those workshops for. Getting our stuff together to make our rover. Alright, let's see where we're at. I think we might be done. Let's go see how the charging is going. 72%. I mean, worth it. Worth it. Does it have to be fully charged, actually, to make it? Nope, it does not. Cool. Because it can charge in the hangar, once I make the hangar. We're going to do this out in the beautiful dark. You know, what if I want to do lights? Like, if I don't want it to be beautiful dark. I want to do lights out here. Do they have to be on the grid to work? Nice. That's not really why I wanted them, but I do like having them there. Granted, it is lighting up not the prettiest part of our base, but I don't really want cables. But I'm also not going to connect the grid all the way over here just for some lights. So I might, if I want lights to, I might have to connect cables. Because I'd like to have them just like right here, you know? Why doesn't this one want to go? Okay, those are not even, and it's going to bug me if I put them like that, so I'm not going to. But I might in the morning or something if I remember. I probably won't remember, to be honest. I guess I could put them up against the building. That would provide enough light. Like, look how much light these ones provide. I don't know. We'll see. But I would rather the base be more lit up. That would be nice. Okay, we're going to build a rover in the dark because I want to do it right now. I don't want to wait. Look at that. How long do we think this is going to take? You need 800 screws. If I wasn't almost out of supplies before this, certainly going to be now. Also, do I have to build the trailer separately? Oh wow, this video ended up being like an hour. I could have cut this into 2 videos. My bad. I don't think that's actually building. That didn't seem like it was going. I don't know. Maybe it was. Let's see if we can find another easier node to focus on.
Oxygen, 75%.
Yeah, it's eating up all my screws. Where's a ball? Okay, there's a ball. No, my ball. Oh, there's 2 balls here. Oh, and another one over there. Good. That might get us through the rest of this. There we go. Oh, we don't have to build the trailer separately. Hell yeah. Okay. So what happened to our oxygen bottles that I put in there? And also, how do I fill them? If I want my truck, do I have to plug my truck directly into the oxygen generators?
Equalizing low pressure line.
Alright. Okay, he's gonna go to bed now. I'm gonna end this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. As always, have a great one. Bye. Alright, I'm gonna do one more day. I don't know how long it's gonna be. Might be short, but... Hello, welcome. Actually, I don't... Why do I keep starting the video at, like, the wrong time? Okay, here we go. Let's try that again. I should also name these as I go, because what I end up always doing is going back and having to like click through them to see what to call them. Okay, so we're just not generating enough power to power our full base, I guess, throughout the entire night. That's a shame. Bear with me for a moment, because I want to title that last one before I forget. Okay. My titles are not the catchiest. They're just kind of, they are what they are, you know? Alright, let's start this. Hello, welcome. We are playing Occupy Mars. We are in Sandbox mode on day 45. We just built our rover, so that's exciting. And I am wanting to take it out, but I've got to do stuff and things. Our oxygen levels are improving, by the way. So that is good. I don't know if that is directly related to the oxygen pumps that we put outside, but I would like to think so. Alright, let's see how charged this is now. Only 62%. How? It was like 72% before I put it into the truck. Okay, whatever. Let's leave it in there for the moment. Let's go sort out our power situation. Because if the base is losing power overnight, then that is a problem. Yeah. Do I need another full row of these? Because it seems like these should be... Because that's what? 36 apiece. And we've got... Oh, 42 apiece. That should be more than enough. Yeah, 8 rows. So 24 times... Let's do math. Let's get a calculator. Calculator. 24... times 42 equals 1008 kilowatts per hour that it's generating from 6:30 to 6:30 for 12 hours. So times 12. So that's 12,096. That means that not only should we be filling up our entire... Yesterday wasn't the tornado, was it? I thought that was the day before. Or was it yesterday? I guess let's see how much our base... Oh, yeah, because our base is taking part of that. That's not all going into the battery. I'm dumb. Okay, so if we're generating... Okay, so let's actually divide that by 12. Okay, so we're back to our current solar panels are generating 1,008 kilowatts per hour. Also, you really don't need to do this, and I don't always do this. Usually I just build as many solar panels as I feel like building until my base no longer... loses power at night. I don't sit here and do the math because somebody was like, I don't do it that way because I don't want to do the math. And I was like, you really don't have to. You just build a bunch. But I'm doing the math right now because I want to, because I'm confused why this isn't enough. So just to be clear on that. All right, so if we're generating 1,008 per hour, but we're using 300 and we'll just say 5 per hour, then we're generating 703. So then times that by 12 hours, and that's 8436. So that should be filling up our full capacity for our batteries. And then if we... then it's 12 hours then with in darkness. So then that's 305 times 12. Yeah, our batteries should not be empty. The solar panels we have right now are more than enough to fill the batteries every day. In fact, they should be overflowing, and the batteries overflowing should be more than enough to power our base all night. So maybe I'm misremembering when the tornado was, and that's why my batteries got so low. Although that does tell me that I need more batteries and I need more solar panels, because it should be able to withstand a full 2 or 3 days of not having power without it deteriorating. I don't want my base to like be one weather event away from disaster. And granted, by disaster, I mean like 2 hours before sunrise, we ran out of power. Not actually that crazy. Okay. I don't really feel like going and building a whole new row of solar panels right now, but I do want to make sure that my base has like 3 days worth of power, is I would say basically what I want. Between the batteries to store the power and the amount of power being generated, I think like at least 2 days worth of power, because then that way you can have a weather event and still be fine. Alright, battery pack. Is that facing the right way? That does not look like it's facing the right way. Okay, that's more what I'm talking about. 8 rows of these bad boys.
Not enough materials.
Oh, I'm out of circuit boards. I mean, I'm not out of them.
Not enough materials.
I am out of electronics, though, I think. The circuit boards I know I have more of.
Equalizing low pressure wiring.
The electronics I do not think I do. Electronics. Where are you? Right there, right in the middle. Let's just do 50. And then we can put more silicone in there. Alright, we're running low on that, but we've got our rover now. The battery's charging. We're doing good. Okay, so we've just been eating up all the small ones. So we'll pull out a few of those. Look how many small ones we have. Great. And now we have a full selection. Alright, and then we have enough electronics.
Equalizing pressure.
Alright, perfect. Can I get through these? Apparently not. I'm gonna have to make another row here. There we go. But I don't actually have to build it. And we supplies. Same here. For now, these can just be ghosts. Pretty sure this is exactly how the devs meant for you to use this. They were like, yeah, just use it in place of using any materials. Oh no, my hole. Ignore that I said that. Ignore that entirely, please. Okay. All right, what is our battery situation looking like? 8,200. That's like about what we're generating now from our solar panels. I really want to take the rover out though, so I don't want to do this all day long.
Low pressure line.
So take that out.
Oxygen depleted.
Fill up my oxygen. And my water.
Water.
Oh wow.
Refilled.
Look at our tomatoes. They're getting so big.
Stabilizing pressure.
Okay, I don't think we need anything else. We did grab the battery, right? Yeah, we did. I didn't look to see what it was charged to, but it is. Oh wow, you could put up to 4 in there? Man, this thing will never run out of batteries. You put 4 in. Guess that's kind of the point, huh? Well, maybe we'll make 4 at some point, so we don't ever have to worry about it. We could take them out, charge 2 at a time, so we always have 2 charged and 2 like backup.
Source. External.
Nice, we didn't even fill the oxygen tanks, and yet our oxygen source is still external. Transport mode. Pull that thing. Actually, let's go this way. Ooh, we're sliding around. Maybe we can go pick up these ones that we left out on the ground. Oh, and then I need to build the large crusher, not the little small one. I don't even know if this can drive on the small one. I need to unlock the drill so that I don't have to come out here and manually do this. Although I did say this before, and I maintain it, and that is that I don't know if you still earn points if you use the truck to mine stuff. Because like this is earning me mechanics points, which I need right now. Really bad, actually. And if I came out here and just manually mined all this, it would give me quite a lot of mechanic points. And I would imagine if I do it with the truck, I don't get those.
Source. External.
Okay, so user grabber tool. Man, I love the rover. Pick that up. Oh, I can't grab that one. When did I see that I could grab? Does it think I have one in there? It does. Okay, that was the problem. There we go. Finally actually grabbed one. Some of these have to be broken up more. But this is actually like fun, and you get so much out of it for the amount of effort that you put in. It is weird to me that they made miners like so late game on full release, as opposed to, hey buddy, he is not supposed to stand there and bark at me. He thinks he is. Okay, hold on. I don't want you guys to have to hear that. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Oh, there's another green one? Where's the other green one? Okay, let's just get out and take care of this. Alright, what's still connected? Oh, those are still connected. Those are still connected. No wonder. Jeez. I left a bunch of them still connected. Alright, I think all of that can be picked up. I think that's all apart now.
Oxygen source external.
Whoops. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Sorry about that. Had to move the puppy because for some reason he thinks he can stand on my bed and bark at me when he wants something from me. Alright. Man, this is so much bigger than the truck. The truck would have been full like twice over by now. Granted, I just realized I might be dropping them wrong. Do I have to get that one last piece? I don't want to leave it. Because it's going to bug me. Okay. Can I just put this in? Okay. Oh my god, I can. I did not think that was going to be possible. Nice. Saves me a little bit of effort.
Oxygen source external.
Okay, those are probably aluminum. I can't wait till we get the drill, because then I don't even have to get out. I can just come up to these. I think we can also get the scanner, so we can just scan them and be like, alright, that's whatever. That's silicone or aluminum or whatever, and then we can just mine. By the time I get the miners, I'm really not going to need them. That's why I don't understand why they put it so late game. It made a lot of sense where it was in early access, because you unlocked it before you unlocked like the rover and stuff. So you went from manually mining everything to, God, it's just more aluminum. From manually mining everything to having miners, to then upgrading to the truck, then upgrading to the rover. And so you could go pick up the stuff from your miners, which is great. But having them be like the last thing that you unlock, like again, by the time that you unlock it, I mean, they're still useful, but they don't feel nearly as useful as they once did. Alright. I want to see if I can get some silicon, because that is what we need the most. And what we need the least is all of this aluminum that we're getting. Because we have so much aluminum. And you do not use that to build very much in this game. Right, at least one of these has to be. Right. Also, how long till I get the drill bit? Teleporting vehicles. Do I have it? Am I looking at the wrong one? Yeah, I am. Okay. I did not go far enough. Heavy rover. Tanks for rover. Drill. Okay, so we're 2 points away. And multiple rock scrapping. I might have to manually go and mine literally just, like for a little while, literally just to get those points. Because I should be able to get them in like, I don't know, half a day's worth. Oh, yeah, our, thing works now. Iron. Aluminum. Well, the iron's worth it. We need the iron too. We need the silicone more though. Let's actually go scan some of these real quick. Why is silicon so hard to find? Holy moly. I swear in early access, all I could find. I could never find like iron or anything else. Like it was all silicon. I was just looking at like the secondary things there. It was the first time that I noticed that it tells you what the secondary stuff you can get is. Oh, I mean, there's a lot of silicon in that one. All right, how much is there in this big one that we are parked next to? Oh yeah, there's like 286. Not quite as good as that one down there though. Let's go do that one.
Oxygen source external.
We're going to be doing this in the dark. This was the one, right? I didn't drive past it. I think it was this one. Yeah, okay. Technically, I think the other one had more, but you know what? We're here now. Let's see how much we can break this apart without completely destroying everything. And see if we can get ourselves some mechanics points. I actually don't know how else you get mechanics points. Excuse me. Why are you up in the sky? Oh, it's on top of the truck. That's why. But yeah, so other than manually mining, I don't know how else you get mechanics points. I thought it was like building and stuff, but I think that's materials. Alright, are these all pick upable? That one is. Is this one? Alright. Am I going to be able to reach them there, though? Probably not. I can pick them up and move them down onto the ground. Ooh. Okay, so I can't pick that up. I have to take the weapon off, or the tool off out of my hands in order to run them over these to see if I'm able to grab them. Because if I'm able to grab them, then the truck can grab them. But if I'm not, then the truck can't. Alright. I like these enormous pieces are grabbable. Okay, I think that's everything. Alright, I think we're going to be able to pick it all up. Let's hope so, because I hate getting in and out like that.
Source external.
I wonder how much we have until it's full. I know, buddy, but you've got to wait. My endeavor to teach him patience, that he can't just decide when he feels like going out, is not necessarily succeeding that well. He is getting a little bit better about waiting, but sometimes he's very demanding. And then I'll take him out. I'm like, okay, well, maybe he has like diarrhea or he's like really got to go. And then I take him out and nah, he just wants to go for like a little walk. And I'm like, okay, no, we're not going to play this little, oh, I'm alerting that I really need to go to the bathroom. But what I really want to do is go for a walk thing. So if anybody's like hearing him in the background and they're like, take care of your dog, know that he is fine. He is not being neglected. Okay. Transport mode. And headlamps, left lights, back lights, right lights. Hell yeah, look at that. See us from space. And it's not even full yet. I just don't feel like doing that more right now. But I do think what I may have to do is to unlock those points, to unlock the stuff that I really want in that tech tree, I may have to just go and manually mine for a while, because it seems like you get points pretty fast that way. Or at least it did back in the beginning. Maybe now it's slower going. And then after I'm done with this, I need to go work for a while, be good, actually do what I have to do to pay the bills to keep my internet on so that I can play these games. Because this sure as heck isn't paying my bills. I get like one like on some of my videos, and I'm like, all right, time to retire. Okay, is this gonna fit on there? Oh yeah, it will. Okay. Ooh. A little precarious. in the unloading zone yet? It's not telling me I'm in the unloading zone, but I should be. Unless I really can't unload the rover on here. Oh, I went the wrong way. My bad. Okay. Alright, let's come at this again. Man, and after I so carefully drove it up there too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. I'm gonna jackknife this. Alright. Very minute adjustments to keep this on this very small platform. I've never had a heavy crusher. When I played early access, I had this, but I never actually built the heavy crusher, so I don't know what it's like. And I'm looking forward to seeing. Or the big crusher. I don't remember what it's called. Alright. We're going to leave the rover up here. I'll drive it off tomorrow, and then we'll come and we'll come drive it off and then tear this down and build the bigger one in its place. As long as I have all the materials still. Okay, so we got lots of aluminum, lots of calcium, a fair amount of iron, and then not a ton of silicon, but we did get some, and that is better than none. Yep, you hear him, he's being very demanding. But again, he's gone out like 3 hours ago. It's 9:40 and he went out about 6:30. So this is literally just him being demanding. And I almost guarantee you that if I took him out right now, he would pee, and then if we go walking for 5-10 minutes, maybe he would poop, but not like when he really has to go, we go outside and he goes immediately. This is just, hey, I kind of need to go, so I want you to take me out right now. Because he is still a puppy. So we're balancing, I want to know when he has to go, and I don't necessarily drop everything to take him every single time. Alright, anything else that we need to do? Maybe we'll drop this stuff off in the 3D printer. Just refill it. Again, I really want to be able to slide this out of the way. This is so obnoxious. We'll just pull these out over here, I guess. That way I can move them. I can slide them around as I need, and then I'll just put them back in. Okay. So refill that one. Oh, both of those are already full. And then put that there. Right. That's everything maxed out as much as I can do. Alright, and then I want to check and see if I have everything I need for this. I do. Okay. So we can pull that down the next day. And continue our journey. What's our optimum time? Okay. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching. We're going to end this here. I appreciate you being here as always. Have a great one. Goodbye. For the stream, I appreciate you if you watch this. I said I thought this might be like an hour to 2. We went a little bit over. That's pretty common. When I say it's going to be like an hour or 2, I always go too long. And that's why I am so many videos ahead of what I have posted. But I'm going to go take care of this dog now and do the things I need to do. So again, thank you so much for being here.